Hi, welcome to another live episode of Two Cranky Guys. I'm still Will.
I've always been Ty, so I don't
think you're ever not Ty, really.
It's true.
Except around Thanksgiving.
Then I'm stuffed.
I'm full.
Yeah.
When it hurts to breathe, you know you've done it right. All right, so we're here at Live Cranky Guys. We're going to talk a little bit about, well, you know what? We're just going to get sucked right into it.
Because everybody else has been.
Everyone else is talking about it. We're going to talk about Star Wars, The Force Awakens.
Yeah, everybody else has done it, so we figure we might as well do it too. We'll follow the Bantha herd, and we'll probably try and figure out where we sit on this whole Star Wars Force Awakens, because we are a little bit different.
Different. Sit. All right. I wonder what those dingleberries are like.
On the back of a Bantha?
Oh my gosh.
They used elephants under those, you know. So if you can imagine an elephant's butt, then I think you have a pretty good idea what the dingleberries are going to look like.
But that just sounds gross.
It's probably, yeah. Well, you've seen those videos of the guys that get sat on, their heads go in the elephant butt.
I've seen that one.
That's like a nightmare. And it'll only go up to shoulders, because if it can't get past there, you know, so it just, you know. Anyway,
it reminds me of a joke about an elephant and a sheep. You know what? We're going to just go ahead and
Star Wars, right?
Star Wars, The Force Awakens. Yeah. So you were telling me, well, I'm sorry, you were complaining a bit about the over-marketing of...
Yeah, the merchandising, and I know Star Wars is probably the highest merchandised thing that's out there. I mean, past the Marvel movies, DC, Spider-Man is probably the most merchandised superhero that's out there. That's why Sony doesn't want to give up on them. Right. Give Spider-Man back to Marvel. Right. But... you know, Star Wars has gone above and beyond to the point where I'm just like lost in ridiculousness. And I am having a hard time enjoying seeing Star Wars coming back. And in fact, when I saw the first trailer, I was like, oh, okay, this might be fun. And when I finally saw the actual theatrical trailer come out where they gave us some information about how they're going with this or which way they're headed with this, I was excited. I was really looking forward to it. And, you know, I sat down with my daughter. She's 5 years old. We watched New Hope, and she was really enraptured by the whole thing. So I was, you know, through my kids' eyes, I'm ready. Sure. But then all this merchandising came in, and I can't look anywhere. And all of a sudden, Star Wars is blown up on over everything. Some Star Wars monster has come across and vomited on everything around me, and it's just driving me nuts.
Except the Princess Leia slave outfit.
That's actually, I'm sorry to tell you this, man. You may know this, but Disney's phasing out the Princess Leia slave outfit.
I saw that. You know, it just means I won't be able to wear it ever again.
He cut a striking figure in that. I got to say, the metal hit him in all the right places. Oh yeah.
All this.
It was kind of like a mashup between Leia and Jabba. And I mean, if it could have been better, I just don't know how it could have been done.
If anyone could pull both of them off at the same time, it's this Puerto Rican.
Oh yeah.
Well, let's pull back a little bit. We know that when it comes to marketing, Disney, whose pockets are funding this.
Oh, yeah. And I'm cool with that. I'm fine
bottomless.
With that.
And you remember what happened with Frozen and all the other stuff that came out?
Yeah.
Recently, they just...
I have a 5-year-old daughter. I know what happened with Frozen. Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
I have an 11-year-old, and she was just...
It's all over.
Daddy. Okay, so they're going to... We have to think about who is Disney, who is Lucasfilms, funded by Disney, aiming all of this towards. They're going to try to capture not just the old schools like us, but they're going to try to bring in new.
But they've always been trying to get the kids. The kids. Yeah.
I think that's what really killed the prequels. The prequels was the fact that George Lucas was trying to decide: do I want to just stay faithful to the existing fans, or do I want to try to rope in new ones? And somewhere along the line, when the instead of melding the two, he crossed that line and blurred the lines, and it just got messy.
Well, we got Jar Jar Binks.
We did.
That's kind of what happened there, and I think that...
Does anyone ask for a Jar Jar Binks toy? I don't.
Nobody asked for it. I think they're forced upon people.
It's kind of like a fruitcake at Christmas. You
get it.
You know
it's
what?
Kind of expected.
This kid is a friggin' brat. I'm getting him Jar Jar friggin' Binks. And that's that. That's what's going to happen.
It's probably what it is.
I'm getting Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah,
so.
And it's like getting coal for Christmas as you get Jar Jar Binks.
Mommy, Daddy, did I get an X-Wing and Jar Jar Binks? And you get a whole Jimmy Fallon episode. Screaming and crying and whining.
Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel... all those late night hosts, the name Jimmy. Yeah, I don't know.
Jimmy. It's Fallon, Kimmel.
So, the merchandising is bothering me. I feel like they are marketing towards adults too, because I've seen a Darth Vader mini fridge that can only cool off 1 can at a time for $350. So
that's evil.
That's not for a kid.
No, that's evil.
That's for adults
that
who have way too darn much money.
That is Sith.
That's some Sith right there, man. Sith happens. So one of the other things that I think is actually cool is that they're not showing Luke. I like that they're really holding back on showing Luke, and that they're holding some things back. I think J.J. Abrams is really good about retaining mystery inside of a story.
Does a great
and
job with
I'm
that.
really glad. He said after the real theatrical trailers, like, you're not going to see any more footage. Of course, Disney probably pushed to have more footage out there, but I got to say,
JJ held onto the reins.
Yeah.
He's not letting go.
He's not letting go. There's a little tiny bit out there still. There's a little bit more than maybe what he wanted to.
But he does a great job of that huge reveal. And we remember that from Cloverfield.
Cloverfield was great. You get that a lot with Lost, too. You know, you finally get a nice
exactly.
visual
It's that
reveal.
big at the very end. Ah, there it is.
Right.
So yeah, that should promise to be very, very, very well. I've got my hopes up. I know the marketing's overkilling it a bit, but I'm feeding into it because I'm going to be there. I'm going to be sitting in the theater with my lightsaber in hand, screaming like an 8-year-old.
Right.
You know,
you'll have plenty to copy because there'll be plenty around you.
Luke.
Yeah.
No!
If they know who Luke is, I don't even know. I think they know who BB-8 is. I think they have a good idea.
Everyone knows who BB-8 is.
But they don't know who the characters are as much. Like, okay, so we have Rey. That's the girl who's running through. She's kind of a scavenger.
She is.
She makes BB-8. It looks like.
Who is she? Who does she look like? Does she look like Luke?
You know,
does she look like a Skywalker?
She actually, okay, so this is some rumors that have come out, and I don't know that they're necessarily wrong. They sound pretty spot on. In fact, I was listening to or watching a video podcast. The guy who did the reviews of the first 3 Star Wars movies, he came out and he was doing his own ideas of, like, what do you think is going to happen? And he said, this is totally based on nothing other than storytelling, you know. And the Kylo Ren character, the bad guy, kind of our Darth Vader, he is kind of thinking, we're kind of thinking that Kylo Ren might actually be Han and Leia's son. And the reason for that being that Han comes back and he looks really haggard, you know, and him and Leia don't necessarily seem like they're together. So if you had
just
a
from
son,
what we've seen so far,
right? And,
yeah,
you know, and I wonder sometimes, how are my kids going to rebel against me? Well, this kid may have rebelled.
You got to plan for it now.
Yeah, exactly. I'm wondering if this is their kid and has decided to go to the Empire, or even further, to try and track. Maybe he's figured out that Vader is Leia's father, and he's going to finish the work that you started. Right. So there's a pretty strong tie there.
There's a possibility. So we've got a lot of speculation going on, and if nothing else, it gives us more information to play with down in the comments below. So what do you guys think? What do you think? Do you think that this that Kylo Ren could be a Skywalker? Could be a Solo?
Could be.
Could just be some character from out of left field?
It's possible.
Anything's possible.
Could just be somebody out of left field. Ren, the female character. I'm actually pulling for this theory.
What's that?
That the female character Ren is the actual Jedi. We see it's not Poe. Poe is the fighter pilot guy that we have in here. It's Rey, Poe, Finn. I think it's Finn. I think
that's the stormtrooper that goes.
Yeah. It's the everybody threw their hands up. They're like, "Black guy's the stormtrooper." What the heck? You know,
that
was.
A lot of that was a joke. A lot of that was a media prank.
I guess so.
Where they started some sort of a prank, and I'm sure that's what that was. I saw somewhere that was a prank.
Well, I'm kind of thinking that they're putting out all these images of that character with the lightsaber to throw you off, and that it's entirely possible. And that J.J. Abrams has had the same issue as Joss Whedon, where he has to kill somebody off to make it feel real.
Okay.
He may actually kill that guy off. I don't know. I haven't checked the IMDb. You guys can scream and yell all you want. He may be cast in the next 2 movies. But the other side of that is you can always put stuff on IMDb that's not real. And it's entirely possible that he dies in the movie. I'm going to put it out there that he may die in this first movie. Yeah. And that Ren is going to take over and actually be the Jedi. And she got left on a planet and her family left. This sounds really reminiscent of the Skywalkers leaving their kids with other people and taking off. So if
they can never just stick around and raise their own freaking kids, can they?
So the Star Wars universe is full of deadbeats. That's what we're going to come down to.
They're all deadbeats.
So that's why I go Star Trek. Okay?
Who do you go to for child support when you're out there on Tatooine? I don't know how does that work?
How are you going to be the guy who's going to go to Vader's office like, excuse me, sir, you have child support for 2 kids. They're yeah, he force chokes you out the window, you know. So yeah. I'm hoping for those small things. This is the child support
you're looking for.
Yeah, and then they just leave. That's probably what'll happen. He can't do the Force lightning apparently because Okay, here's an interesting idea. Emperor Palpatine can do Force lightning because he has his original organic arms and hands and everything.
Yes,
so supposedly Vader can't do that because he only chopped off one arm. Like Obi-Wan only chopped off one arm. He still has one organic arm. He could potentially do Force lightning with one arm, right? I don't know. It'd be kind of cool to see. But
either which way, any comments, anything you guys want to say?
He's trying to shut this down. You can't shut this machine down, okay? I want to talk about Star Wars. Love of my life been wrenched away from me, and now this is happening.
He's still mad that the X-Wing that he got for his birthday wasn't a real
I was 7 years old, okay? I didn't know any better. I was going to leave. I was going to leave with my astromech droid and go and find Dagobah somewhere.
I want to fly away.
I was. That was my plan. The old plan, like, I'm going to run away. Oh, yeah? You got a plan? Like, yeah, I'm going to ask for an X-Wing for my birthday, and I'm going to fly away. And that was the idea. When I got in the backyard, it was just wrapped up. It was just wrapped up. It was just a toy.
Who's jaded?
All right. Well, anyway.
This has been another episode of 2 live cranky guys.
Really cranky.
Really cranky. That X-Wing was.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, dude.
It let me down.
Thanks for watching. And hey, guys, we'll see you again on Thursday or Friday because that's right around the time that we do our Flash review. Our
spoilerific vibing on the Flash. Yeah.
Vibing on the Flash.
Yeah,
so
guys.
Thanks for watching. What? Who?
Enjoy your burrito?
Burrito.
All right. Little shout out to the nerds there. You guys have a great one. And keep your lightsaber up.
Lightsaber.